I feel like nobody really understands what the Golden State Warriors are doing, and nobody really wants to admit it, but this team is silently 18-4 with Jimmy Butler, and within those 4 games that they lost, Steph Curry missed a couple of them, right? Now, what's so crazy about it is it usually takes teams about 6 to 12 months for a new player that is a star player, by the way, to get implemented into a system, build chemistry, learn his teammates, but right away, this team was amazing. And right away, they found out how to win basketball games. And nobody's talking about how amazing that is. I mean, in this video, we're going to break down some film. I'm going to show you how they built this flawless type of system within a couple of days of Jimmy Butler joining the team. Now, again, I'm not making this video because they beat the Spurs, okay? So before you guys start saying, oh, they beat the Spurs. No, I'm talking about what they've done over the past 22 games and have continued to roll from here. So on this play specifically, we're going to set this screen. We're going to have pods fly off this thing. And we're going to get the ball to Draymond Green at the top of the key. So as this play starts to develop, boom, we set a ghost screen. So we want to touch that defender's back. And what this does is it forces our defender, or Jimmy Butler's defender, to rotate over because he expects this to be a full screen and then a switch, right? Vassell switching onto Jimmy Butler. Well, when we don't actually set that screen, you create this unnecessary double team where you get a miscommunication by the defense and Draymond's able to find the backdoor Jimmy Butler wide open, right? They have built this system within nothing, right? They've done it so quickly, and now, guys, I'm telling you, when they're healthy, this team is dangerous. Now, what's truly terrifying about this Warriors team is the fact that any one of these guys can go off. Whether it's Pods, tonight, 9 of 14 from the field, 7 of 9 from 3, right? 27 points. Moody had 20 points tonight. Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler both had 13 each over here, right? So anybody can go off on any given night, and they all can shoot 3 balls. Look at this play here. We're going to set up for Moody, right? But look at this. So as all of the attention is going on Steph and Jimmy and, Draymond Green for the most part, right? Pods is just creating this separation where, yeah, he's looking to the right side, but we're flat-footed. We're not playing tight defense, and at the end of the day, you need to step up. If you're not like right here, they're just going to take these shots. They're wide open. Look at all that separation. This is NBA open, and Pod says, okay, give me that. Easy 3. Guys, when you play the Warriors, NBA teams, NBA defenses need to understand every single one of these guys can shoot 3s. That's what they do all practice, and if you don't guard them up tight, you're going to pay, and the Spurs did tonight. All right, another really sick play here. So we get this initial screen by Steph as Jimmy Butler tries to get a lane to that baseline. Now you can already see the defense is so invested in Jimmy Butler. When you add another player like Jimmy, who, draws the attention of all of these players, even if they're on the weak side of the floor, well, that's when you can get behind these guys, right? Get these backdoor weak side cuts to the basket going. So as Jimmy Butler starts to isolate this one-on-one, you see Chris Paul, who is a savvy vet in the NBA, right, start to overcommit to watching Jimmy Butler. And this is beautiful, right? We're going to time up this cut. This dude has no idea where's the guy he's supposed to be guarding is. Moses Moody just gets backdoor, right? Chris Paul never understands, never sees it. Boom, great pass, easy layup, great offense here by Jimmy Butler. And again, to be able to be thrown into this offense and be able to do this on day 1, night 1 is incredible. And now over the past 22 games, they've slowly built a system that is just really, really scary. And then you watch them in transition, and they're just as scary. Look at this. So as Draymond attacks the middle of the floor, we get Jimmy Butler getting, once again, behind the defense. Nobody even notices he's there, but they kind of take a different approach to this. Draymond Green's going to stop. He's going to set the feet of this defense, right? And Jimmy's still behind them, and nobody really understands. Draymond's going to kick it out to Pods, and Pods says, Jimmy is still wide open. Going to throw it up there. Jimmy catches, gets a layup to go. Again, now, the defense probably should have understood that Jimmy Butler was sitting behind your 3rd layer of defense. Nope, they had no idea until it was too late. Man, this team is just We're still in the first quarter. Let's break down a little bit more. Now, actually, before we deep dive any further into this film analysis, we're going to see a good play here by Quinn Post and Pods in a second. But do me a big time favor, guys. Hit the like button if you want more videos. But more importantly, comment down below P2, man. I've been doing this in all my videos, and you guys have been destroying it. So if I keep seeing these P2s, all that tells me is you guys want a part 2, right? You want more Warriors videos throughout the entirety of the season and the playoffs as well, and we got you guys covered. As long as you guys are enjoying the videos, expect more each and every single game. But also, and more importantly, guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new, right? It's free. It does not cost anything to subscribe. Like I said, we got videos all year. So look at this play. We got 3.8 seconds on the shot clock when this screen makes touch, right? Or when this screen, yeah, it does make touch, right? We're going to touch that backside of the defender. We want this guy to force a switch, take the big, hedge him up, and then we get a mismatch down low. But keep in mind, only 3.8 seconds left on the clock. We generate that switch and we get leverage down to the paint as well. And because you have Buddy Hield in that strong side corner, you really can't help out too much. And if you do, you're going to give up an open look, right? So Pods fakes the pass there, gets that weak side corner defender to rotate back over. And now we have a wide open, great leverage opportunity here for Post. And probably should have been an and one to end that first quarter. Warriors win the first quarter 42-27. And it just started there. All right, here we go. Once again, first play in the second quarter for them, or first bucket. We set a screen. We have Pods come up this thing, off this thing. We're going to force his defender to step up just a little bit. Look at Post, man. I love QP, man. Quinn Post is an absolute dog. Sitting in that dunker spot, can also stretch the floor as well. He adds so much versatility to this team. Now, once again, what do we notice? The entire defense is staring at the ball handler. We get it over to Jimmy. Jimmy has an insane sense of court mapping ability where he knows where his teammates are. He knows he's got a corner man. He knows he's got a dunker spot in QP. He knows exactly what to do in this situation. And once Jeremy Sohan overcommits, look at the stop, dime, floater, up and easy. I mean, this is beautiful. This is absolutely tremendous offense. And again, you can't tell me Jimmy Butler isn't a good fit, man. He's so good with this team. Now, it feels weird that I haven't said pretty much anything about Steph Curry to this point. The good news was they didn't really need him in this game, right? That's crazy just to even say. So right here, we're going to get a little bit of a Varejao screen. So what a Varejao screen is when you fake like you're going to set the screen on one side, but last second change it to this side. Now, why is a Varejao screen so important, guys? Well, what it does is usually, okay, let's break it down. When you're setting a screen to this side versus Steph Curry, that big man's defender has to hedge over. And right now, you see how he overcommitted to the opposite side because he believed that screen was coming over there? Well, when they switch it up last second, now this guy's gonna have a tough time getting over that screen, and Steph's gonna get a wide open shot because this defender isn't playing this side of the screen. So you guys see how effective these Varejao screens are. Boom. Stops on an absolute dime, still has a good amount of separation, throws up a three, gets it to go, and ultimately this is what makes this team so deadly. Now we're gonna get a flare screen, right? Basically, what is a flare screen? When you set a screen for a player, usually a shooter like Kyle Korver, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, coming off a screen away from the basket for an open three ball. This one happens to be at that top right elbow. We set the flare, they double team it, right? Every single time you go against Steph Curry coming off those flares, teams are usually going to double team. Steph Curry has been acclimated to it. He understands, all right, hit my roller right away, pump up, layup is good. And one, sound dumb. The way this team is playing, it's flawless, right? It is flawless. And tonight, every single person who stepped onto the basketball court, which was everybody, by the way, scored. Guys, the Warriors shot 57% from the field, 48% from three. They were unbelievable. Look at this one. Pull up three from deep. Steph drains another one. Let me watch this one more time. Again, we set that screen. And because we're playing this high pick and roll, right? Whenever you're playing a high P&R pick and roll, this high, basically at that logo, these defenders don't understand that, yeah, this is Steph Curry. You need to be playing up here. You cannot be playing one step over the three-point line because Steph Curry's different. He's not just normal player. He will shoot this ball from so far downtown and he'll get him to go, and that's what he did. So guys, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family. It was 60-34 at this point. The game was over. If you want a part two, let me know. Comment down below P2, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.